Fires far, journeys not remembered now. Tired, scarred, kneel among the embers now. Breathe life into this hollowed vessel of rebirth. Over and over, beaten night, the peaceful earth, to light the fires fall. Ignite the fires fall, sisters of solace singing. Ignite the fires fall, the morning bells are ringing. And lines toward a kneel, a warden's call to blood and steel. Legion lines to shield the frail behind the plate and mail. 'Cause from a place now further from grace we fall. Strike for your honor, we are war. Strife in the age of wars. Strike for your honor, we are war. Fight till the fields are full. Titans tall will smash the walls, still worthy of Valhalla's halls. Storm the land and raise the shores, a nation born of war. Broken of soul, we've broken the moat of all. Strike for your honor, we are war. Strife in the age of wars. Strike for your honor, we are war. Fight till the fields are full. Blades ever pull, cracks in the armor upon the world. Out of the wolves, stones better lingering scars of 1,000 years. Saints of the bloody blade, quick is the sliver and deep is the wound. Minds of a fallen age, chosen to suffer the bringers of doom. Wisdom and wind and power from within we call. Strike for your honor, we are war. Strife in the age of wars. Strike for your honor, we are war. Fight till the fields are full. Blades ever pull, cracks in the armor upon the world. Out of the wolves, stones bear the lingering scars of 1,000 years. We are war. We are war.
Hello, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, or Senstaku, as you might know me on Twitter, the executive producer here, and I just want to thank you for watching. It really means a lot to us that people watch, listen to, and enjoy our shows. If you want to help us keep making these shows as fun and lively as they can be, please join your fellow fans in supporting us at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms or by subscribing to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/finalshowfilms. It really means a lot to us that the amount of you who do support us continue to do so, especially our $25 plus tier supporters on Patreon. Antitonic, Cat Waterflame, Samantha Bates, Maureen Monty, and Bradley Alexander. Every little bit helps, so thank you to all of our patrons and subs. Check us out on Twitter at Final Show Films and on our website at www.finalshowfilms.com for updates, go-live notifications, and more. We love interacting with you, so feel free to tweet at us or email us at finalshowfilms@gmail.com. That being said, please relax and enjoy. If you go to the Betamax wiki page,
For the food, see Filipino cuisine.
it says for the food, see Filipino cuisine, and I'm trying to figure out
just
why.
like two languages made different words that are the same word.
It is a type.
It's the language. Please correct me.
It's specifically examples of it's a type of grilled food that is salted, solidified pork or chicken blood, which is then skewered and lightly grilled.
So a Betamax.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Shadows of the Neon, our Werewolf the Apocalypse chronicle here on Final Show Film.
Is it? Is it really?
Also a Filipino food, Adidas.
My name's Jack. I'm your storyteller for this shit show. And joining me this evening is Craig.
Hi, I'm Craig. I play a Glasswalker Ragabosh named Betamax. Named Sal Moraro.
And Holly.
Your name is now Betamax. I don't care.
It's my deed name.
Sorry, I'm Holly. I'm playing Dakota. She is a lupus. Sorry, just keep thinking Betamax. Jaina Gallagher.
And John.
I'm John, and in addition to being the person who controls when we go live, thus doing that intentionally, I am also playing Hekau, the Hamid Silent Strider Theurge.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I am playing Anya Ambrose, Metis Galliard Silverfang, and also I need to make a Big Hero 6 joke here, but I can't figure out which one to make.
Yeah, it's fair. And William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Ingvar Ulfsdotter, the Get of Fenris Arun.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I'm playing Alexandra Core, Metis Philodox Black Fury.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I regret fucking nothing. I will continue talking about obsolete technology for as long as I'm allowed on this stream, and I'm playing Aiden Taylor, who is a Hamid child of Gaia Phillips.
And last time we were in Vegas, many of the werewolves of the city convened to a moot within the upper reaches of Caesar's palace in response to the somewhat alarming news reported by the wings of the Mojave Pack, who you see gathered before you. The regional administrator, a powerful and influential weaver spirit, has contacted them with a demand to claim their newly manifested cairn for its own. Now, while still ritualized and ceremonial at times, the Glasswalker cairn and Moot were a new experience for most of the pack, but Dakota provided a good telling of the pack's deeds and their dealings with the spirit, raising at least her own status somewhat in the eyes of the Sept. A number of questions were put to the pack, as both as individuals and as guardians of the halfway house, but then the event was disrupted by Irving Silverstein, the ranking theurge and master of the rite for the Mojave Green Sept. Stumbling into the cairn heart, the older werewolf delivered an enigmatic pronouncement before collapsing, possibly as a result of some sort of unrecognizable artifact that was previously in his possession. And as the moot breaks down amid howls of shock and surprise, we return to the cairn of the Green, where our pack stands somewhat in consternation. So all of you are grouped together with the movers and shakers of Las Vegas's Werewolf Society, having just seen the most knowledgeable and talented theurge in the region pass out bleeding from the nose and smack his face on the floor, while Sal attempted but failed to interrupt his fall.
I am moving straight to him to see if I can check if he's still alive.
All right.
Sal will at least try to pick him back up so he's not face down on the cairn heart.
All I can think of is that scene in Clue. Quick, go limp in my arms. For so fun.
And Sal is in Krynos, so
Yep. As you move, you find a heavy hand land on your shoulder, Sal. Hekau, you're stepping up, and a body just blocks you completely. As Irving's pack, Sal, you see Jensen Esteban, now in Krynos, pulling you away. Anya, you notice Wynn push forward. she having only moved to her Glabro form, while a number of others, including a familiar face who you last saw sitting in a conference room with a bat slung over their shoulder, as 4 other members of the Sept sort of cluster around, just forming a meat barrier, more or less, between everybody and the fallen Theurg.
I pull out a Gaia's breath and hold it up. I am a healer. I can check on him and see
You
if
will
he's all
back
right.
the fuck off until we
Aiden?
figure out what's going on here.
I will hold out the Gaia's breath. Then you use this on him.
Aiden, through the totem phone, everybody where I am now.
I'll go. I had a question because there were missing chairs, or there were like empty chair when starting over. When the moot began, all the chairs were full. When the moot like started up again after the break, there were empty chairs. Does the number of people who came in, the 3 groups with the artifact, match the number of missing people?
No.
No. There's more people missing?
There are more chairs missing than there were people coming out of that room.
Okay. I'll go to Aiden.
I know Aiden moved a bit. Does it seem appropriate, given that the situation has changed a bit and things are moving around, to break the sort of like conference circle?
Yeah. He would.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the record, he's back away from he's sort of just back, very visible in his spot where anybody can come to them at any moment.
Yeah.
But out of the line of fire.
No, it's reasonable. Anya just wouldn't move if it seemed like that was going to be aggressive.
Your hand is pushed away, Hakao, but the gaze that meets you is very level. Thank you for the offer. We'll let you know if we need it.
I put it on the floor.
Okay.
And go to Aiden. So that it's there, right nearby if they need to grab it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Aiden, you're calling in the group.
Yep. No, it was basically he's getting everybody out of the line of fire of anybody else, so that we're out for the people who are much higher in rank than us, who are going to be in charge of this situation, to order us around or not.
Yeah. Can I sense worm as I'm backing away?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you'd like to activate Sense Worm, you can certainly go ahead and do that.
Yeah, unless it would be blocked by someone who's gonna order me otherwise. I'm trying to head to Aiden.
As I'm walking towards Aiden over the pack link so that everyone's informed, Aiden, the words spoke by the Right Master were from the Cairn Heart itself. It connected to him when he touched it. And something from him passed into the Cairn Heart.
What would be the difficulty on the sense worm?
7 right now.
Okay.
Can I do that as well?
Yes. Perception and Occult difficulty 7 for those who are activating Sense Worm.
1 success.
1 success.
I'm sorry, what am I rolling on that?
Perception and Occult difficulty 7.
Aiden's going to say through the link, somebody cover me, I'm looking across. And I'm going to look across. I want to see, I think, I seem to recall somebody did this last week.
Yeah, I did.
I want to see, yeah.
Sal
wants to see for himself.
Yeah.
Sal will stand in front of you.
As you
Sal
said,
did pull back when Esteban came up, by the way.
when you say you're looking across, I will again through the thought process. It disconnected after he collapsed.
Okay.
So you are making a Gnosis roll if you're peeking across.
Yep.
Aiden, that would be difficulty 8.
8. All right. Oh, that was not. Let me cancel that because I almost rolled 8 extra dice. I caught myself. Well, fuck you, dice.
You're not able to get through the
All
gauntlet
right,
from this side because it's a lot harder to look from the material into the Umbra than vice versa.
Yeah. He'll just say then through the link, good information. Unless you think there's an immediate risk to the Cairn or us, it's something to profess once they handle their handling thing.
Yes. Understood.
But good.
I fear I may have seen the Cairn heart eat him.
Yeah, that. Why the fuck not?
Alex and Dakota. Alex, you can pick up a faint whiff, but very distant and kind of dispersed. Definitely nothing close by or concentrated.
Okay.
And honestly, a lot less than you would even have at your own cairn.
Okay, so it's just city.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Dakota, you can pick out a couple people with a slightly stronger taint, but they're definitely somewhere far away from the room, just probably other people that have come to a casino. Doesn't seem like there's anything immediate or nearby.
Okay.
I think that prophecy meant us.
Is this
Whatever it
happening
said.
psychically still?
Yeah.
Prophecies can mean, again, psychically, prophecies can mean any number of things and often are only truly revealed after the fact. I wouldn't worry too much about it at the moment.
Anya is doing her best to ignore that and just continue what she's been trying to do, like tracking where people are moving in the room for memory later.
I'm looking for specific people. That's me.
All right. Go ahead and just give me Anya, go ahead and give me a perception and alertness standard difficulty 6, just to see how well you're keeping track of folks.
Okay.
Who are you looking for, Alex?
Walter Hempstead, and what is he doing?
Okay.
Oh shit.
Give me that for a specific individual. Give me perception and alertness difficulty 7.
And I'm trying to monitor what's going on with
1 success.
Okay.
I will
So
note
that
that this
master's
is
pack.
augmented by the fact that I have 2 different forms of perfect memory.
Right.
Who in the room looks least worried?
Ooh, nice.
That will be a wits and empathy difficulty 8, Craig. For Sal.
I'm trying to monitor what's going on with Silverstein and that whole situation still. From
That'll
the
be a
distance that we're
perception.
at.
Right. That'll be a perception alertness difficulty 7.
9. Got it.
Yep.
Not good at it. I'm going to keep trying.
What was my difficulty again, Jack? I apologize.
Difficulty 8.
It's still in there under spider judging. I'm just gonna roll
1
it.
success.
1 for me as well.
1.
All right. So,
Aaron
lost Aaron's.
Oh,
camera
no.
for a
Aaron's
second.
camera went away, but that's okay.
It's a great sound.
Going in reverse order, Sal, the person who looks least worried currently is probably Irving Silverstein because he's unconscious.
All right.
Yeah, no, sorry. You're not, there is too much going on for you to really be able to accurately get a decent read on anybody, even in your own eye line at this point with only
Fair.
1 success. Yeah. Hekau, they're definitely tending to him. They've turned him over. Somebody has at least, it seems, found a pulse. Alex?
Yep.
Walter Hempstead is standing nearby this cluster of the pack that's tending to Irving. Joanna Tarati is to his immediate left. And he's kind of tilted his head and is definitely saying something kind of shielded behind a hand quietly for her as she's watching, hands on hips, what's going on there.
And she came in with that group, right? There was.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Someone's missing. People are missing. Who's missing?
You can give me a perception and etiquette difficulty 9.
Okay.
Jack, would I have would that potentially be that people went down to the buffet?
Conceivably.
Okay.
Maybe.
Like, just from a more broad perspective, it's not unusual for people to come to the opening of the Moot, but not the like discussion-y bit.
Right. Yeah, that sort of thing can happen.
Anya will. It is odd, but not uncommon. It is within the expected behaviors for some to make their presence known at the opening and then go and enjoy the, forgive my crassness, entertainment.
Alex, with 2 successes,
Yep.
you note 3 individuals that you marked coming in
Mhm.
that you no longer see. They were a group of 3 females that sat together. One of them was a elderly Korean woman. And the other 2 were younger females. One probably late 30s, one maybe early 20s.
Hmm.
Both with dark hair.
The Korean woman we met, she was one of the ones that responded to the incident at the Sept, correct?
No.
Her name has come up a couple of times.
Her name
but
has come up a couple times.
Not
but
to the group as a whole. It's
Yeah,
come
Alex
not to the
doesn't
group
know
as
who
a
she
whole.
is.
Yeah, Alex doesn't know who she is.
Just for my clarification and potential audience, same Korean woman or just another elderly Korean woman who's also...
It would have been the one who spoke to Ingvar.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe. It looked like a group.
I assume now we wait.
If we are needed, we will be called upon. But I've learned the hard way that when something bad happens to an elder or person in office in a sept, the easiest way to get your ass beat is to be overly helpful. There are some very angry rage monsters over there probably right now. And yeah, wait until reason takes them.
Yeah, not for nothing, but
Art.
we also just recently heard that Silverstein was one of the few people here we could definitely rely on. So the fact that he's out of the game now, that's got my hackles up.
Is he dead?
It seems they have. I've been watching. It seems they've found a pulse. I'm not certain exactly of his current status, but
And then there's coughing.
he's alive.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily mean much.
No, I mean whether they succeeded or not at trying to whack him, the fact that there was an attempt on him, something's going down.
I'm watching the person as he wakes up very, very closely, because if somebody's soul got eaten by the cairn, that might not be our right master. He doesn't say this.
Right.
But-
Anya will... Oh, sorry.
No,
No,
Anya,
you're-
well, what?
Let us not jump to conclusions. The right master in the middle of a moot performed a ritual, perhaps a dangerous one, perhaps one that injured him, perhaps one that no one else was aware of. It is probably not time yet to assume that was an assassination attempt. It may have simply been his way of gathering information that he was set to gather.
I highly doubt it was an assassination.
I feel like I'm
Aiden,
gonna- I'm
go
gonna-
ahead and roll me perception and alertness difficulty 7.
Perception alert. Could it be empathy related?
Well, that depends. Are you trying to read him or see what's happening?
The read him first is the prime, because whatever's happening with everybody else will be obvious quickly.
Okay.
But he's specifically more concerned is our right master still our right master?
All right. Wits and empathy difficulty 9 then.
Okay. It's a good thing I have 8 dice in it now.
Mhm.
And I'm spending a willpower point because this is important. Difficulty 9. So
A success with the willpower.
Yep.
a success with the
mhm.
willpower. Okay, important question. Would reading emotions count as a specialty? Because that would give me 2.
Yeah, I'll say it
Okay.
would count. Mhm.
So 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. It's difficult to understand the emotional state of somebody when they're spitting metal objects into an outstretched jar that's being held by one of their packmates.
Okay, fair.
But there's a set to the jaw and a tenseness to the shoulders and forearms that does read very Irving to you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you said spitting metal objects into a jar?
Yep. As the rest of you hear this hacking and the little ting, 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 ting of metal hitting glass as these 4, 5, 6 objects, roughly the size of a kind of stretched out quarter, start getting spat one after another as he coughs them up out of
Oh God!
somewhere.
As someone who has had intimate experience with how
Let's not talk about the details of that, please. Please.
we're not. Let me finish my
Okay.
sentence, please.
Anyway, hold on.
With
Easy.
how spirits can change you physiologically, can I identify if that is something that might have happened because of what happened with the Cairnheart? Like if that's something that a spirit changed about him, or that's something that he swallowed and is coughing up.
You can make an intelligence and occult. This is a difficulty 10 roll, however.
Okay. Intelligence, occult. If 10, does my analytical specialization apply?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I spend a willpower for an auto success?
No, not on a knowledge roll.
Okay, cool. Just want to check. So that's okay. So it does automatically roll it again when you have success specialization turned on, but that's one success, I think. Yeah. Yeah, one
Yep.
success.
Yeah, one success. Okay.
Or it applies it as a second
Yeah.
success.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
easiest way to do it is just never turn specialization on, and if you have specialization, look for the 10s
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Mhm.
and add extra successes for those.
Yeah.
it's one
It's
success.
easy to find the 10 because you have the green number.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So as you're trying to ascertain what's happening here, it's possible, but I mean that's spirit stuff. There's no real telling the full limits of what direct interaction with spirits could do.
Mhm.
But you are also keenly aware that you do not have all the data.
Yeah.
So yeah, possible, but could also have come from somewhere else. It doesn't look like something he swallowed earlier that day on purpose and
Yeah.
then decided he was done with it, though.
Yeah. You know, I'm more interested in ruling out the impossible at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He wipes his mouth. Yeah. And you see him look off sort of to the left between the shoulders of two of his pack mates who are still gathered around him and making eye contact directly with somebody else in the crowd that you guys can't really see very well from your vantage point.
Dunk, I'm triangulating shit right now.
Yeah.
Fuck Bone Nars. And sort of stands up. Anybody has any questions at all, please feel free to direct them to somebody else. Goodbye, everybody. And just turns and walks directly out of the moot room.
For the record, this is what Aiden's doing right now.
Over the mind link. I believe that's Silverstein.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's fucking Irving. All right.
Jack, given that I was sort of tracking where people were moving, would I have a decent idea of who he could have been looking at?
So if you guys are trying to determine who he was looking at with the fuck Bone Nars comment, Anya, since you've been keeping track of people, you can make a perception and alertness difficulty 7. Anybody else is at difficulty 8.
Okay. It was perception alertness.
Perception alertness. Yep.
I'll try that. Sure.
The rest of his pack follows him out.
If no one grabbed it, I'll wait until people are more about to go grab the calendar.
Nice.
Gotta
Holly.
hand it to Vegas.
Yeah.
They throw some moots.
So all of you who got successes, Dakota, you just kind of stick your head out and you can see right over there. It's that kind of raggedy guy who was at the cairn when they took the man in black. He's still smoking weed and just kind of sitting there.
You say that, Sal, but it's nothing like any of the moots back home. Normally, at one of the moots back where I come from, there would have been a challenge just within the first 5 minutes, as a matter of course.
Sal just slowly scans up and down from the fang dagger to the war painted face and says, "No shit."
I wouldn't have believed it.
Aiden, because he's an asshole. Like, yes, I absolutely get it. We do have a much better shot at winning over here because we actually get along. Anyways,
actually, that's the exact opposite problem.
Differently.
Everyone gets along because they get their stress out.
Anyway.
What are other people doing? I mean, are we still talking over the mental link, or are people?
Yeah.
I
clearing
assume
out?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not in Aiden's mind at least. This is not conversations to be had that people can hear.
Okay, good.
Well, Moot's ended, I guess.
Has it? I'm looking at Joanna. Joanna was leading the moot at the beginning, right? Or was that? Yeah, she was leading it.
She was, yes.
I'm looking to her to see, like, is this thing ended? What's going on now? This was not part of any sort of schedule.
I wonder how they're gonna put this one down on the minutes.
That is an excellent question. Joanna sort of claps her hands twice, 3 times. We will have a brief recess before the moot concludes. If anybody has questions, Aiden, your pack will be available for follow-up inquiries, yes?
As I said.
Whoa. This is over the mental link, but whoa, hey. Everybody saw us. We was all in here when this went down.
Not about this, about the situation.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Just gave a quite public report and answered questions on it. The moot does not but suddenly become about something else because as a ritual was performed.
Listen,
Rituals are
Sal.
performed at moots.
Sal, I realize that your default response to anything is to say I didn't do it, but it's not about that this time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Consistency is important.
Other question I have for storyteller is because Alex was pretty much probably just walking around trying to keep an eye on everything because she didn't know what to do and it was weird. Did I notice that the Korean woman who went missing was the one who was talking to I forgot your character's name, William.
Ingvar.
Ingvar. There we go.
You can give me a retroactive perception and alertness roll,
Okay.
difficulty 7.
Okay.
I'm going to walk over and retrieve my talons.
It is not there.
Okay, it was used. Good.
Nope. I did not.
Nope, you didn't. Sorry,
Cool.
Alex.
Yeah.
Did I see if it got used on Silverstein, or did
You
it just
did
get taken?
not. No,
Okay.
there was too much going on, and you were not able to see if it actually got employed or
Okay.
just
Well,
stashed.
I'm going to hope it got employed.
Okay. All right.
And now I need to make another one. I only got one left.
So, as you guys mill about for a bit, there are a couple individuals who come up, ask for some clarification. There's some younger werewolves who come up who seem to want real specifics on the description of the regional administrator in that sort of trying to take the measure of the enemy kind of stance. But nothing particularly worrisome or significant, it seems.
Okay.
Are any of those people that we know?
As far as the individuals that go that way, do you mean the ones that are asking general questions for clarifications, or the ones that are
the ones that the younger ones that are coming up and asking about? Because they would be also Cleoth. What are they rank wise?
Most of them would have probably been Cleoth rank, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so sort of, yeah. So of those roughly on our level, any of them ones that we know or have had run-ins with?
No, most of them are new to you.
Okay.
At some point before the when there's a break in the questioning, I'm going to pull Aiden aside.
I was gonna try and do that too. So
Anya will step up to direct taking questioning if it seems like Aiden needs to have private conversation.
Yeah.
Very quickly,
Who's
Aiden.
going first?
Yep.
Very quickly, Aiden. I just need to show you this.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to show him my the mark on my palm and indicate the sliver of blackness where it's starting to fill in. Based on the rate at which this tattoo is changing, I would say my initial guess of a month is accurate. And I sort of show him the very distinct difference that it has now.
Well, we'll do our best to get an answer as to what the plan is, and hopefully it's not going to be argue for a month.
I'll keep an eye on this and tell you if any major
Appreciate
changes
it.
occur, but I wanted to let you know that because I had noticed it here at the Moot.
Cool.
And then I'll step away.
yep.
What's up, Alex?
We need to tell the rest of the pack about my.
Okay.
You haven't told anyone else, right? So far?
I would not tell anybody about it without getting your permission first.
We need to.
Okay. Something for after the Moot.
Okay.
But yes, no, for sure. And I'm glad you said that. But yeah. So yes, lots of question answering and
Mhm.
And then
drinking
a,
and more
sing-
drinking.
a young werewolf steps up to you. Doesn't really look any of you in the eyes particularly. So, which one of you is Blood Moon and which one of you is One Eye?
Can I make any guesses about rank pack or rank pack? Damn it, what's the other terms?
Auspice.
Auspice.
Thank you, auspice and tribe. Any of those.
Let's see.
Or name.
Yeah.
Name
You
would also be good.
I'm assuming I haven't met this person.
You
I would
can
like
give
to make
me.
the same roll.
All right. You can give me a wits and empathy if you're trying to get an idea about their general attitude and deportment. If you're trying to determine rank, that would be wits and primal urge.
I'm gonna do rank.
Difficulty 6.
Okay, wits and empathy, I guess. So I'm not entirely clear on how the pure blood thing works. Does that help in this situation?
Not for reading somebody else. Pure blood mostly helps when you are actively socializing with someone else and basically.
What was the difficult on the
difficulty on wits and empathy would be 6 as well.
Being as I'm one of the people that was mentioned, I'd also like to see why he wants to know.
She.
Or she wants to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a wits and empathy 6 also.
I will
That
also
was-
wits emp.
So I was just asking, but everybody else I assume is rolling first.
Yeah.
Well, how you address someone changes based on their rank.
So that's
yeah,
5,
let's
7
do-
if reading emotions fits.
Sorry, what was the
Fuck.
what was the
Good
difficulty?
job.
Sorry.
6. Difficulty 6 for all of these.
Does cool-headed apply?
No.
1 success.
1 success. They seem a little uneasy. But the lack of eye contact reads more as lupus than nervous.
Hey,
Which-
who's asking?
There's for the first time she looks up and kind of looks directly into somebody's eyes. I am.
Well, can't argue with that one. What's your name, friend?
Really quick, is there anything additional that 7 successes get?
7 successes. This is an
Let,
individual.
let us get all the information before we start interacting.
This individual they seem very, very curious.
Mm-hmm.
Reading into the lupus of the whole situation. This is the deportment of somebody who has found an answer or found a riddle, found a question, and has decided I would like to find some answers to this, and so is going to look for answers.
Okay.
I am called Galewind. And she looks at you she looks down her nose a little bit at you, Sal, which is kind of impressive considering she's about 4 inches shorter than you.
And should I assume you already know who we are, or should I make some introductions?
She turns to look at Anya. Are you the Blood Moon?
Anya will, unless anyone wants to jump in, Anya will I do not personally seek to read the future.
I am.
I was gonna try and make a roll, but that's okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Galewin's eyes meet with yours, Alex. She gives a little bit of a smile, nods her head. You will do it proud, sister. Thank you. And she turns and walks away.
What the hell did that mean?
You can make a wits and etiquette roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 7 for you.
Cool. Let's try that.
Anya, yeah.
I'll spend a willpower on this. I haven't spent willpower yet. 3 successes.
3 successes. That is a motherfucking Black Fury talk right there.
Can any of us roll to see if we've heard of Gale Wind before?
Yeah, that would be intelligence and etiquette, difficulty 7.
I haven't.
Where is she going? I'm
Fine.
trying to find out if she's got a
Successes,
pack. Who is this person?
3 successes to have heard of her.
I don't have etiquette. Can I still roll? It's a skill.
Yes, but you're at that either changes the difficulty or the number of dice you have. Hang on a second.
What was the attribute?
Intelligence.
Could I roll?
Watch. Yikes. Sorry.
No, I was just going to ask if I could roll streetwise. I'll make the opposite argument from Anya last time.
Okay, so if you
You
don't
see a
have
a
channel?
lot of people.
so if you don't have etiquette, no, this is strictly an etiquette roll for this
if
one.
I've heard of someone's name.
Yes, in this case it would be.
All right, I'm just not going to roll then. I
Okay,
don't
yeah.
have it. The only way
For those of us that are still rolling that don't have etiquette, please continue.
Right. So you can still make the roll, but the difficulty goes up by 1, so it'll be 8.
Okay.
for you.
I have 2 successes.
Okay.
And plus, I should just literally create and put every single possible combination in here at this point.
You have a lot of
Then
of
you have
macros
to
at that point.
scroll through them, and it's a pain.
It would still be quicker. So it would be diff 8. That's 1.
Okay. So Aiden, you know that she's in a pack called the Grey Moons. You know that Grey Moon she's in that's as much as you know.
Okay.
Ingvar and Anya, Grey Moons is one of the larger packs. There's 6 people in it. It's Walter Hempstead's pack. He is the alpha there. It is also First Strike's pack.
Oh, I could see her getting along with First Strike.
Yeah, First Strike will tell her who the One Eye is. I don't have to do that.
First Strike's back, mates.
What can we do for you?
Oh, she's gone.
Oh, she left.
She
sorry.
left.
Sorry.
She got her answer and left.
It
Yeah.
got to the
Sorry.
busy moment.
That's
So
okay.
I missed that part.
What's their pack called?
Anya will relay all of the information that she has.
Okay.
We are the Grey Moons. Walter Hempstead is their alpha. We know First Strike. She helped us set up the spiritual defenses of our cairn and is prodigy, as I understand.
Apparently the apprentice of the right master.
Yes, First Strike is the Right Master's apprentice.
Yeah. All right.
It's her job to find the spirit brooms to carry the water.
Well,
Which is a harder task than it sounds.
It is. At which point that drum beat hits again. 1, 2, 3. And the slightly raggy gentleman with the perpetual joint steps up towards the cairn heart and just sort of casually leans on it a little bit. So, Revel's about to get started. Anybody who brought their own awakened boxes, we're going to be setting up the land party in the other room. Let's shoot some shit.
Do I know what that means?
Are you a glass walker?
Do I?
I'm not a
who
glass walker,
grew
but
up
I
on the
am
internet
a seer.
primarily know
Yeah.
what that means.
Anybody who wants to can
Yes,
roll
sir.
either intelligence and occult difficulty 8 or intelligence and etiquette difficulty 9.
I, the player, am under the understanding that somebody performed the rite of awakening on a bunch of Xboxes, which is
Yeah.
something I had hitherto not thought of, but definitely is something that my future Glasswalker theory
I
has
mean,
done.
land party is usually a PC master race term, so
Yeah, well,
Hey.
anything can be LAN.
Okay,
I don't know.
That's a success.
it's another intelligence etiquette it was.
Intelligence occult. Occult is difficulty. Etiquette is 9.
Yes.
Yep.
I have a cult.
Does my
so-
analytical specialization apply?
No.
Okay, 2 successes.
Well, fuck you, dice.
So,
Nice, Garrus.
Alex, you've been around the Mojave Green Sept
Yep.
long enough. You've heard stories and stuff, so you know what's about to go down. Anya, you've heard of this. If you're a computer interested werewolf, you tend to blend in and get some Glasswalker at times. And Hekau, you just try and keep track of shit as you hear it, especially if it's anything rite or ritual related or
Yeah.
spiritual. So you're familiar with. Whereas the revel, which is sort of the closing ceremonies for most moots, in many places takes the form of a ceremonial celebration that generally means everybody steps sideways, unless you're in an extremely rural area where you can just kind of fuck around in Krynos without worrying about it too much. And there's usually a spiritual hunt of some sort where you go after a spirit and you hunt it ceremonially, and there's a whole sort of closing aspect to it. In more urban areas, that's not always easy, even if you were to step sideways and try and do it, just because of where things are located. Glasswalkers will basically have a LAN party and hunt something in cyberspace.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep. So that's apparently what's getting ready to happen. The Frag Fest is about to begin.
I mean, the instructions for people that didn't bring their own computers were pretty clear. So
Yep. Everybody else, help yourself to the refreshments, and we'll let you look at the scoreboard afterwards.
Permanent Joint, by the way, is my BYOB cover band. Specifically, it's just BYOB.
Aiden just says, "All right, everybody, have fun or whatever. Meet back here once the revel is over with. There's a casino bar with my name on it, so excuse me."
Are they seriously going to play?
Yes, they are.
Jesus Christ. We're in goddamn Vegas. I'll come to the bar with you.
There's lots of bars.
Dakota's
As
gonna
you guys go,
Sure. Let's make a night of it.
Fine.
as you guys go, you see 2 young werewolves wheeling in basically hand trolleys that are it's basically a stack of 4 Loco, a stack of Red Bull, a stack of 4 Loco, stack of Red Bull. and they're
Oh dear
dragging it.
God.
Yeah,
I'm just
this
gonna-
looks like it's going to be a disaster.
I'm going to interrupt the proceedings really quick just to call out the fact that the Onyx Path is raiding with a party of 5 viewers.
Hey.
Yay! Hello.
Welcome.
Hello, the Onyx Path and Raiders. They're raiding just in time for the for the Glasswalker land party,
Beautiful.
which is very appropriate.
Yes, it is. Yep. No. Yeah. So, is anybody joining the digital revel, or are most of you guys just hitting the bar?
Yes.
Clarification question.
Yes.
Because, like, Aaron is probably missing things. That possible for people that don't have magic computers?
Oh yeah, it looks like there's it honestly looks like they've got a number of gaming rigs set up.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, why not? Anya's not bad at computer stuff and spent an unhealthy amount of time on probably EverQuest, let's be entirely honest.
Yes.
I mean,
Hikau is very bad at computer stuff, but is going to join in anyways because I'm going to willfully fail my curiosity roll.
Okay.
I mean, Ingvar just kind of looks at the situation that's getting set up and is like, you know what? She's played some video games back home. Fuck it. She'll crush some Four Loko and play some and shoot some shit.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Ingvar, this is your chance to prove that this is your challenge. This is your.
Dakota has very limited experience with computers, but she's going to go for it.
Okay.
Actually, Alex would have to go downstairs if there's
I was
Yeah,
gonna say, Alex
sorry.
has the opportunity to be outside the set.
Yeah, I have to go do that actually. I
Okay.
realized.
All right.
Actually, if Alex is going to do that, Dakota's going to go like link arms with her and go with
Oh,
her probably.
okay.
All right.
There's Ingvar and
Yay!
Hikau.
Nobody's
Also,
going off
Anya.
on their own.
Anya has had a small amount of vodka and does not intend to drink further.
Okay.
Ingvar will crush some Four Loko.
This will be one of those places where even if you don't have dots in computer, you can still make this roll.
She has a dot in computer.
Okay. I will need dexterity computers difficulty 6.
What's the
Yes.
What's 3 people who are doing it?
what's the penalty
Physical
if you have
stats
no
plus-
computers?
Wrong thing.
Weird
This-
question. Sorry, Jeremy.
Nope.
Your difficulty goes up by 1 if you don't have dots in computer. So you'll be
I'm just making
difficulty
pissy
7.
comments. So
Okay. I have a weird question because I didn't realize I did this when I set up my character. I have a technology specialty computers. How did that happen?
Oh, okay. So I don't know.
I legitimately took specialties that were on the list, so now I'm slightly confused.
Oh, why is computers a specialty of technology?
Yeah.
when it's
I
its own
also have
ability-
quite a few dots of computers. I'm just confused. by it, and should I change that?
No. So technology is your aptitude with things like electronics hardware. That's what you would use if you were trying to build a computer.
Oh, yep, fair.
Okay.
Or crack a security system, or repair a cell phone, or hack together a shortwave radio, that kind of thing.
Fair enough.
Question,
I'm gonna
Jack.
Mhm.
keep that as is, but that was slightly confusing to me because I was like, oh, I have the specialization in the other.
Right.
Yeah.
Question, Jack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Understanding that if I understand if this doesn't work, but because this is technically a ritual or a rite, and because it is using awakened computers, could I substitute computers for occult or rituals?
No, you could not in this case
Okay.
because. So what he was saying about if you've got awakened boxes, go ahead and bring them in. Not all of these computers are awakened.
Okay.
Some people have paid to win, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Gotcha. Understood. I
be
just wanted to
honest-
check because that would be hilarious for the
Right.
Theurge to do good because he's familiar with the spirits and not the game.
Right, you're just sitting there like pushing a button every once in a while. How is he headshotting us?
I recognize the
Not
pattern.
even touching the mouse, you know. Right, yeah.
Instead of an aimbot, it's an aim juggling.
Anyways. So sorry, what was the difficulty?
For you, if you don't have dots in computers, it's difficulty 7.
Okay.
Just a
Otherwise
dexterity
it's
roll,
6?
difficulty
Otherwise
7.
it's 6.
Otherwise, it's just dexterity computers difficulty 6.
I'm assuming that no willpower can be spent on this.
You can spend willpower on this.
Oh, well then I'm spending a willpower for an auto success.
I'm gonna spend a willpower too because I think it's funny.
Yeah, with my willpower, I have 2 successes.
2 successes.
2 successes.
All right.
Oh man, I rolled trash.
I like to think that Hekau, like everyone else, is using mouse and keyboard, and Hekau is using a controller and still somehow winning.
I mean, it is the superior input form.
So, with 2
It is
successes,
objectively untrue.
you guys don't embarrass yourselves too badly. You are nowhere near the top 10 in this in
Obviously.
these rankings, but
Not a one of us is the Glasswalker.
right, yeah, no, and it's a very interesting sort of. You guys contribute though to the whole thing.
Your Apex Legends trio team makes it to about 15th or 14th.
That's really
That's
respectable, though.
respectable. Yeah.
Also, Garu totally would be into Apex Legends.
They
Oh,
though
yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, this is it's very much that style of game.
Apex
I-
Legends, sponsored by the Glasswalkers.
I mean, if we're playing
I mean,
Apex
how else
Legends,
did it suddenly become an internet phenomenon for 2 minutes before being overtaken again?
if it's Apex Legends,
By
Hekau is playing Wraith, so
Of course he is.
which well, hang on. Hekau will be playing Wraith, which means Ingvar would probably be playing what's her name? The best character in the whole game.
Oh, the one with the bombardment ability.
The one
Yeah,
with the grenade launcher, with the shoulder
yeah,
mounted
the grenade launcher. Yeah, her
The soldier, the badass lady.
Bangalore.
Soldier. Bangalore, yes.
Anyway,
I am looking forward to next week, based on conversations we've had off stream about tags for
we
us.
stream
Us
Apex
being
Legends.
tagged with Apex Legend.
For no goddamn reason.
Some very confused people watching this.
We need to do a spin-off stream where it's us playing Apex Legends as our Shadows of the
as
Neon
our
characters.
characters.
Oh god.
Yes, yes.
I do not think this is how it's supposed to. Whatever.
but you guys don't acquit yourselves too badly. However, you definitely do not take down the prime target. It's very interesting for you specifically, Anya, because you're very familiar with software design, AI deployment, and things like that. You catch a few glimpses of the primary scripted target objective in this battle royale. That thing does not behave like something that's just running scripts.
Yeah, I can see why Anya only got 2 successes on my 6 fucking dice. Or
Right.
1 success on 6 fucking dice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And as you know, you're listening to the voice chat going back and forth. This is there is an actual electronic software spirit that is being hunted in this game.
That would make sense from like the general ritual of moots, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, no, it's taking an ancient tradition that dates back before the human race and updating it to 21st century shit.
Question for the
And
storyteller.
updating it to a pay-to-win in LAN party.
Right, exactly.
Do you think that in this situation, just for comedy's sake, that Ingvar getting frustrated at this game is enough to qualify for a forced transformation flaw?
Potentially.
That
At
is-
some point, there's
that-
just like a little crack in the keyboard, and you're like, Yeah.
I imagine that probably happens in a couple of places around the LAN party.
Let me tell you, when in the middle of the moot, someone rage quits, it's very different from what we
How many-
normally see as a rage
Yeah,
quit.
Jack, how many computers get thrown across the room?
None.
Okay.
Interestingly, surprisingly, none.
Oh, good.
These
All
people,
of
right?
Sure.
These people actually invest in their technology, and they don't just get pissed and throw it.
Just
which is
Ing-
why the people that are playing with controllers are probably the only ones that throw anything.
Right.
But the controllers are dedicated, so when they go Krynos for them, the controller gets huge.
It's just Ingvar just like at one point just broadens about a foot and gains a foot in the middle of
I
gaming.
have a retro technology lupus glasswalker that's coming in if Anya dies.
Oh God!
So-
A dedicated the Super Nintendo control stick.
Oh,
controllers.
not the Super Nintendo, the Applejack.
I'm just thinking of like a dedicated Super Nintendo control stick, using it as a flail because it gets massive when you transform.
Meanwhile, the rest of you, the other quartet, have gone to find a bar, of which there are many.
I mean, somewhere he's going to try and find the emptiest hotel bar in the immediate vicinity that he can.
Give me a
Actually, no, we want to stay inside the hotel so we're not potentially getting Alex in trouble. So
Yeah, does this
'Cause if we
all
go-
still count as inside?
as far as your Philodox Alpha is concerned, yes.
Okay, good.
What's the nicest bar within this casino?
like the most upscale bar.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Caesar's Palace. There's a lot. Are you looking for like the most exclusive, the most expensive? What?
Yeah, the not necessarily the most expensive, but the one that you're not necessarily going to have the tourists wandering in off the strip and going towards something that would be secluded, but also not have Four Loko and Red Bull.
Okay.
Sal and
trying
Aiden
to
look
thread-
for very different types of bars for lack of people.
Trying to thread the needle between what Aiden wants as far as something private versus not something that's garbage.
I mean, do you want to try to get into Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen?
If that fits
Pretty exclusive. It's hard to get into.
Sure.
Yeah, but there's going to be a
Not
lot of
fucking
rich
paying
people.
your tab.
It's still touristy.
You're not with us.
It's still
Yes.
touristy though. There's still going to be a
I
lot
mean,
of
yeah,
people.
it's Caesar's Palace. Everything is touristy.
Mhm.
It just is. Do you want to hang out with a few very rich tourists? Or
Okay.
do you want to try and rub elbows with the rank and file?
Fine, there's probably less people.
Somewhere I'll just put it this way: the closest one where we could get a booth.
That'd be Rouse. Rouse, Las Vegas, probably.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Look, yeah, I know a place. Come on, let's go this way.
Besides, it's Italian.
Of course.
Alex is looking for someplace with stuff to see. I don't know.
I think in Caesar's Palace, that's pretty much everywhere.
I mean, there's stuff to see pretty much everywhere. Yeah.
Okay. Stuff to see. She's
There is
still.
no stimulation quite like a casino.
I've never
especially-
been to one, so.
So have you ever been to like a mini golf place with an arcade?
No.
Okay.
Those are two
you ever
separate
seen
things.
those neon signs or jukeboxes that are in diners sometimes?
Yes.
Imagine that, but like a dense forest of that.
Okay. It's a
Yeah.
lot of lights.
Yeah. You've
Yes.
been in a video game arcade, right? With tokens,
No.
tickets, and shit.
No. Mm-mm.
How are people raising their children these days? I do not understand this.
I just went with it and found a version that works.
Yep. That's
Forest
pretty
with
much.
dense trees, level of content, but all of them are shiny with different colors and flashing.
Okay.
mhm,
Yep.
yeah.
She wants to see the things.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's an
I don't-
electronic LSD trip, basically.
Yep. I don't know if that coincides with what Sal and Aiden are going to do, but that's what Alex is doing for if
And-
Dakota's not trying to find anything.
All right, so
Oh, no,
you guys are all walking
so-
down. Alex makes a hard left into one of the slot floors.
Aiden doesn't stop her.
Okay.
Dakota's definitely coming to this.
If you need, all he does say, if anything happens,
Mm-hmm.
we're closest. We'll get to you.
Do do I have any chips from Caesars?
Um,
Can we say that I
Probably-
have some chips from
we
Caesars?
can say that you've got, say, $20 in chips from Caesars. Why not?
Okay, I will toss those to Alex and Dakota.
Okay. I
Use these to get you started.
vaguely know how this works. Okay.
And don't worry, Aiden. I'll take care of her.
I know.
All right.
Sal sort of moves his shoulder and sort of showing off the rainbow scarf that he's wearing still, and says, "You all have fun."
Try to.
Okay. So, the two of you, Aiden and Sal,
Yep.
find an upscale Italian restaurant. How many dots of resources do each of you have?
Aiden very quick looks over at Sal and says, "Walking, you're paying."
Yeah, I figured. I have 4 now.
Okay. It takes a little bit. Give me a manipulation, and we'll go with let's do manipulation expression.
Is this to get their attention?
No, this is to
It
talk your
brings-
way into a table without a reservation.
How about the persuasion gift?
I mean, that works too.
Actually, can I do plug and play to have a reservation already?
That could also be done.
I'll let you try your thing first, and then I'll do my thing.
I think I'm just going to do that. Can I just use plug and play to interface with their system and put it and replace somebody else's reservation with ours? Or
Sure.
just put in a new one if we can.
Yep.
I'll
Yeah.
spend a willpower point.
All right.
Glasswalker.
And then walk up and say, "Hey, how's it going? We got a reservation."
Yes. What's it under?
Taylor?
Taylor, party of 2?
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. Right this way, gentlemen.
Fantastic. Stop winks at Aiden.
You guys are shown to a
Alrighty.
booth.
As they're walking back, Sal looks over and says, kind of looks around this place and then looks over at Aiden and says, "Four Loko, Red Bull, and Counter Strike. What is this, fucking middle school? Jesus."
You do realize that they're still taking out spirits, probably, right?
No, I know, but come on.
How is that any different than going into the Umbra and doing it that way?
Can I be honest with you?
Uh-huh.
It's the Four Loko. That's what's really good.
As meanwhile, Ingvar has like 10 cans of it just stacked up next to him.
Ingvar's just like,
For those that don't know,
Crushing them against her forehead.
Four Loko is the caffeinated alcohol, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's on a inadvisable DIY drink, and it's not actually that dangerous anymore.
It was originally marketed
The
as a
fact I
party
said
drink.
That should tell you what kind of college drink it is.
Yeah.
It was originally marketed as a party drink for like cheap caffeinated alcohol, and it got people very drunk very fast because of the original recipe.
Well, it's also it tastes very much like a soda.
Which
So
is, yeah,
it's
it makes
one
it
of
very
those.
easy to drink
It's
without
one of those really
realizing.
dangerous things because
Yeah.
you don't realize until
yeah,
you're
you-
already like
Like
have
Punch
alcohol
Punch.
poison.
Right.
Also, the
Tastes like
marketing
fruit
is
juice.
sketchy as fuck.
Still banned from a lot of like
Yeah.
college parties and frats and stuff.
But not only does Ingvar, in Glabro form right now, but also she has the alcohol tolerance merit.
Right. So she's doing fine.
She does not, however, have the caffeine tolerance merit.
So she is wired as all fuck.
She's still in Glabro.
Okay, fair.
Regeneration.
No, yep. Relative immunity to
Chemical
drugs.
toxins.
The thing you use to cure your hangover, Aiden.
I know.
Must be nice not to be a metis.
Aiden and Sal get set up with a very palatable menu and as much alcohol as is needed.
And Aiden's just gonna start drinking.
Sal will order a unless Aiden has something specific in mind. Mind if I get us a bottle to start?
Go for it.
All right. If they have a bottle of Barolo, Sal will order that.
You can pretty much get whatever you need here.
Craig coming in here with his actual wine knowledge.
or with the research he did on Italian wines.
Statement remains.
Sal says, a little something from the old country. I know it's not your standard, but I figured we'd kick it off with a little bit of something. Also, since I got you here, and since I knew you were going to fuck with the watch schedule, so we were never going to be off at the same time.
I never said that.
Look, you didn't have to.
No, that's out of character. I never said that. He just planned to do it.
I kept that to myself. Thank you very much.
I figured
I don't know what you're talking about. But
no, of course not. Of course not.
What do you need?
Look, I know you don't want this fucking job. Which is one of the reasons I think you cut out for it.
That's objectively, I wasn't seeking it. But I don't not. I know that sounds really out of both corners of the mouth, but
no,
I'm not desperate not to do it.
It's not what I said. It's not what I said. I didn't say you're trying to get rid of it.
Right.
I didn't want it in the first place. But like I said, I've seen some real shit go down with people who desperately wanted to be alpha.
Oh yeah, that never turns out well. I agree.
I don't know if you heard what went down back in New York. Like I said to you the other day when you were asking about it, we had a wise guy out there who wanted to be alpha of the whole damn set so fucking bad, he threw in with Seventh Generation. I don't know if you ever heard of those fuckers, but they're a fucking worm cult.
That's fucking stupid, but okay.
Yeah.
But it's also the exact kind of thing that would happen. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I know you didn't want it. You're stepping up to it. I know you're not doing this. I know you're fucking trying to get yourself killed. What you do on your own time is your own fucking thing. But we got some shit to do. And you got a lot of people out there who are looking up to you. So if you're going to go all Hirano on us, all I'm saying is you wait until we're fucking done with this thing. Sal puts up his hand and says, all right, I get off my fucking soap.
Aiden leans back, gives you a long look, grabs the... To be clear, has the drink shown up?
Yes, the drinks
Yeah.
have been served.
Grabs his glass, downs it, go fuck yourself, and stands up and walks out.
Sal sits back, watches him leave. Have we ordered yet?
Here's your chicken scapariello, sir, and the veal parmesan.
Oh, fantastic. Sal will look around. Is there anybody nearby who's eating by themselves?
Give me a perception and alertness 6.
Actually, no. This is. I hate this, but I chose to play this character. So Sal looks to me and says, "You know what? It looks like I got an empty seat. You do me a favor," and he'll slide a 50 to the waiter. Go see if there's any lovely looking ladies outside who look lonely and could use a meal.
The waiter doesn't even blink. Absolutely, sir. And he's gone. For
Welcome
about
to Vegas.
7 minutes.
Sal mutters to himself. For a second there, I thought he was going to throw the fucking Barolo at me.
Part of me is super hoping that it's one of or both of our girls that are out there right now.
No.
Back in with Alex and Dakota.
A reasonably well-dressed lady who looks like she's mostly been poured into the dress is escorted back, introduces herself as Tracy, and carries on a fairly diverting conversation with you over the course of the next period of time.
Fair enough.
Meanwhile, ladies on the floor.
I can to pursue my Gaian imperative.
Sounds good.
The thing about Werewolf.
So, Alex and Dakota.
Got anything? What do you want to do?
You have $20 in
tokens?
chips and a shit ton of slot machines.
Whew. There's a lot of.
You have to spend money to make money.
I don't know. There's so many lights and colors right now.
There are.
There's so many noises.
Go for the most colorful and loud one.
It's probably what she would do.
Okay, I'll follow.
Yeah, she'll just like grab Alex's hand and just like dragging her through this way.
This is-
Okay.
I imagine the resulting loss of currency is very similar to that guy on South Park. I was like, okay, we're gonna invest all your money, and it's gone.
Or because they know nothing, they win it all.
Yeah. It's one or the other.
I'm going to
Immediate
say,
jackpot.
I'm going to say you can't spend willpower on this.
Okay.
You are going to roll a wits and enigmas, difficulty 8.
Wits.
One of
Both
you
of-
can.
Okay. I have an and my wits is at 3. You have anything better?
No, I don't have an enigma. I can't speak, and my
Okay.
wits is at 2.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm so excited for whichever way this goes.
Because I haven't asked this before and I'm curious. I apply fate to this roll.
No.
Okay. Fair.
Well, you're
Move along,
saying
John.
she's not fated to hit the jackpot the first
Your
time she goes
Gaia
out.
given destiny does not apply to you trying to hit the slots at
Are you sure?
this time.
All right. One success.
So it takes you exactly 1 hour to lose $20.
Okay.
okay.
At one point, you are up to about 25,
Ooh.
and then it's all gone.
Oh.
And it's gone.
That's how
Wow.
There are, however, an hour of a lot of interesting noises and lights, and some slight rushes of adrenaline, and a couple of creepy older gentlemen
Mm.
who
Mhm.
sort of angle their way towards you, but there's this weird thing where they get within about 5 feet or meet your gaze, and they fuck off.
Sweet.
Yep.
Rage perks.
Yep. All right. Well, that was fun. What we could do now? It's only an hour. No one's called us on the.
Us to get
on
one
the-
of these at the halfway house.
What?
Like one of these machines at the halfway house. That would be fun.
Nah. We already have video games.
I
It's
could
not
like put it in my bedroom. It would be awesome.
Yes. They aren't for sale here, I don't think. So you're gonna have a hard time finding one. Maybe a pawn shop? I don't know. I've never been to one.
I haven't
Heard of
either.
a thing called a pawn.
Yeah.
So yeah. Where else do you want to go? What do you want to do?
I want to go. I mean,
We probably have to stay in this building.
We could keep walking around and see what we can see.
So where does Aiden head after he walks out of the restaurant?
He's probably he's not making good decisions right now.
No.
He is cutting straight across like the breadth of the casino. He's at least smart enough to go somewhere else to get in a fight with some poor fucker.
After I specifically ask you not to.
Gee, it's almost like that was a really stupid decision.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're looking for a place to get in a fight?
He's just going to I mean, it's a fucking strip. There's somewhere nearby that's a shitty alley or something like that he probably knows about because he patrols.
Mm-hmm.
That there will be somebody there that either is doing something wrong or could be doing something wrong or may do something wrong in the future that he can just start fighting with.
Give me a wits and streetwise, we'll say difficulty 8.
That's some red dwarf tier vigilantism.
Aiden.
You might do something wrong in the future. I'm going to beat you with a stick now.
I mean, immediate future, but with streetwise.
Aiden.
Wits and streetwise, difficulty 8.
The Batman of Las Vegas.
Batwolf.
I feel like there are better comparisons. I feel like this is more a cloak and dagger piece of nonsense.
And difficulty
8.
8. Okay. 2.
So you gain 2 rage.
Okay, sweet. What if I don't have any spent?
You go over.
Okay. I'm very sorry for whoever I encounter. I'm not that sorry.
As Aiden murders a man in the streets of Las Vegas.
I mean, there's a reason that Werewolf the Apocalypse does not have a humanity rating.
Yep. And eventually encounter an individual.
Just tell me his name's Harvey Weinstein. Tell me his name is Harvey
It's
Weinstein.
not actually Harvey Weinstein.
Damn it!
He hasn't been in Vegas. Haven't you heard his life has been ruined?
Aiden gets on the plane and flies to New York.
Harvey! I know you're here, Harvey, you big fucking nerd. Where's my goddamn money?
And weirdly enough, we have veered hard back into Batman.
Moon Knight, but close.
Yeah.
Harvey Dent?
No, Harvey Weinstein in this case. The
No,
actual
but-
quote is, "I know you're here, Dracula, you big fucking nerd. Where's my goddamn money?"
No. Okay.
Comics.
Comics, guys.
Anyway,
You eventually, far longer than you would have hoped, but eventually encounter a gentleman, shall we say, engaged in a violation of civic ordinance for, shall we say, unlicensed irrigation of a public location.
Oh,
are you seriously saying I walked around Las Vegas and the best I could fucking find
Tonight
was a
you
guy
could.
peeing in an alleyway?
Tonight, that's the best you're finding right now.
Well,
You
then
can
I'm
keep
probably
looking.
not. Yes, I know I can't beat the shit out of someone for peeing in an alleyway
Okay.
and possibly kill them because I'm at that point at the moment.
So you're caught there though, on the precipice of
Right.
indecision, and that's when you hear a car alarm going off about a block away.
Thank you.
It's just somebody who locked their keys in their car and are trying to get it back, and you're just gonna murder them for the.
You are about halfway to the car alarm when you hear a scream as well.
In the
In the
same
same
direction?
direction?
Or am
Yes.
I just zipping back and forth between
So much I
a
could do.
constantly escalating situation of increasingly dire matters?
It's
Then
a
you
telltale
hear-
game. Push
Then
left.
you hear
push right.
gunshots in a different direction still.
Until at some point
point.
I'm actually fighting the worm itself.
So, right.
No,
Just-
no. The way that comedy bit goes is you eventually get to one of them and you pounce on him and it's just the urinating guy from before.
Right. It is the right. You
Sorry, Eric.
you caught him in his pre-assault and battery bathroom break.
I'm just picturing Aiden tearing himself apart, trying to go in 5 different directions.
But no, you come around the corner, and there is an individual dressed in fairly dark clothes, with a firearm leveled at a female who has apparently come out and interrupted somebody in the process of breaking into her vehicle. He does not appear to have seen you yet. Go ahead and roll me some initiative.
To be clear,
beat him with a stick.
the person with the gun was breaking in.
To the vehicle, yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was what you meant, or if you meant somebody walked up on somebody trying to break into their vehicle and then pulled out a gun on them.
No.
Okay.
Other way around.
Okay.
Fortunately for the rage person, no moral complexity at the moment to deal
No
with.
moral complexity at the moment. It's true.
Beat this man with a stick.
Okay.
12.
You definitely have the distracted street thug beat on an initiative. So yeah, it's your go.
Okay.
Spin 4 rage, hit him 5 times.
Not quite. He doesn't see me.
No, you are coming at him from behind.
Okay. I walk up to him. Pull out my Glock. Use how many shots can you fire in a round? Rate is 4. So I use what you can spend up to half your rage.
Happy rage. Yeah.
Half your rage. Yep. Mhm.
Okay, so I use 2 rage shots to shoot him 3 times in the back of the head.
Okay.
Traumatize the other person. I see.
Not my problem. She has her. She's not getting shot.
Make 3 firearm attacks. Lower your difficulty by 1 since you have the drop on him and you're basically point blank.
3 successes, 1 success and 2 successes.
All right, go ahead and roll damage for the first one.
Damage with extra successes is 2.
Yes. Mhm.
There's 4 successes.
Okay.
With 1 is really,
Ah, he slumps.
and with
1 extra success.
1 extra on this one. So there's 7 total damage to the back of the head.
So the woman is kind of misted a bit.
Yep.
And the head is no longer there. Because the caliber of rounds of a Glock 17 is
Significant.
it's not a 2 or 3 9mm to the back of the cranium. At that point, it's not really there.
Yep.
There's not a significant difference.
And without even pausing to look, he's turning around and walking away because that did not give that woman enough time to identify me. Probably.
Probably. You feel pretty accurate in your judgment there. Roughly around this time, Sal, you can let me know if you're planning on doing anything after dinner, but the casino girls have lost all their money and the LAN party has concluded.
I'm in charge.
You're
of
muted,
that
Craig.
You're muted,
feedback,
Greg, by the way.
correct? Not that I'm driving, but
It depends on how the evening goes, I guess. But if it goes well, as I said, guy an imperative
Okay.
salad. Not intending to return to the halfway house tonight.
Gotcha. All right. So
Amazing.
So we fade to black on Sal for the rest of the evening. And Aaron, what was your question for Anya?
I secured at least some of us transit here, so I'm assuming
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm in principle for back.
Yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that can be covered.
So,
Didn't Aiden indicate that we should meet back up after the ritual's done?
I have a mechanics question. I know that a version of this comes up every week, and it's almost the drink when this happens moment. But if you're a Metis, does the poison resistance in Metis form still apply?
That should, I believe.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll
You heal in all of your forms.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, not healing, but anti-alcohol.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, okay. Cool. In that case, I didn't drink that much. I'm probably fine.
Yeah, no, you're still fine as far as that sort of thing.
Just because I'm not sure how much everyone else's drinks, Anya is going to make a significant effort to be sober before the things revel house conclude it. Please let us know when you would like to meet up and leave.
As
On
Aiden
my
is
way.
wiping the cordite off his hands.
Not so much at the moment. I mean, I feel like he sort of got the rage moments out, but he's not cleaning up too much.
Yeah.
I will meet me outside. You guys go ahead and meet me outside wherever we're.
I'll let you know
meeting
a
up.
specific pickup location.
Okay.
Didn't they have questions for us?
We answered those before the conclusion of the moot.
And we kind of handled that.
Okay, was I misunderstanding that? I thought we were supposed to stay here.
During the recess, you guys had gotten a couple of questions from individuals, but the whole Irving of it all kind of halted what further discussion might have happened.
Okay.
I can
Sorry, the be available for questions was a indication of later, not at the not tonight like
Okay.
thing.
Sorry,
Sorry,
I misunderstood.
It's okay. It's an easy phrase to misinterpret. I understand. I figured out what you were keying on.
Yeah. Anya will offer to confirm if that conversation happens, but Dakota, Alex, will we be meeting you?
Yep.
Sorry, what did you? I'm sorry. What did you just ask?
I just asked if you guys are going to meet up and take the same car back.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take a different car. I learned how to drive in like the.
Yeah, I'm being polite, okay?
Sorry, Sal, we lost all your money.
You're muted still, Craig.
You hear just a very clip. Is okay.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. God.
I mean,
Your character
you don't
doesn't know.
know.
No, I don't.
I feel like now is a really good time to have an in-depth conversation with him.
No, but now is a wonderful time to get whatever concessions you might need out of it.
Anyway.
It's like looking over at wherever Ingvar's corner is of the land party. There's just like a stack of Four Loko cans, and she's still stone cold sober.
Yep. But tastes good, makes your tongue tingle.
Yeah. It's that like a Lord of the Rings extended scene. It's like I feel a slight tingle in my fingers. It's affecting me.
Yeah. I don't want to go back, Dakota.
I know.
Damn it.
I mean, I'm sure they'd be okay if we stayed for like a little longer.
Would that count? Would
I think they would understand.
Understand?
I mean, okay, our pack would understand.
Yes. That is
Such an enabler.
Sorry, that's what I mean by they.
okay.
The they that I care about would understand.
I'm worried about different things.
Well.
Well, tonight is your only chance. I mean, we will hopefully, get you out.
Wow.
Oh, this just gets better and better.
Hardcore to that Galliard.
We don't know when that's gonna happen, but you're
No.
out now. So I'm saying you need to take advantage of this time.
It might not be for a while.
Werner Herzog of Galliard.
Uh,
Your only chance to be out and free.
It's complicated.
Facebook status. It's complicated.
Yes.
this Galliard is a bad influence.
Yeah.
So Ragabash is supposed to be the bad influence.
Oh.
I don't know. Like, have you read the Galliard description?
Yes. All sorts of things.
We inspire stupidity. We don't cause it.
I mean, we're anybody or Philodoxes figure out how to bend the rules.
Yep, that's what I'm about to do.
Sorry.
Thurges heal all of your terrible decisions. Arun make the terrible decisions.
Ragabash give the Arun the idea.
Yes.
What?
Explain why it was wrong.
What would be Alex's understanding of you are confined to the halfway house, except for this special occasion of a moot? When has the moot ended, and when exactly am I supposed to?
Give me a Do you have any dots in law?
I do. I have
Give me
3.
Perfect. Give me an intelligence law difficulty 7.
Okay. Two successes.
A hardliner would say you've been told the moot is over. You should be heading back to the oversight of your alpha immediately.
Yep.
Someone who thinks that the legal ramifications of hierarchical instruction can be taken with a bit more flexibility would say you definitely shouldn't leave the immediate area, but you can wait until you are collected.
Mm-hmm. Where are we meeting, Aiden?
Outside.
Okay.
You know roughly where you parked and where you came in.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Let's go. I don't have any money anyway. Do you?
Not on me.
I really like the idea that Dakota's just like Kranos smash his way through, smash through like one of the slot machines. Here you go.
No.
I found it.
Found the money.
This is
No,
why, this is why
let's-
we don't take our runes to casinos.
We should get, yeah, back.
Excuse you.
No, it's just,
I was
it's
gonna
like
say, tell that to the glasswalkers that built that have a Karen Hart in a casino.
they know best why you don't take our runes to casinos.
Okay, yeah.
Dakota will put her arm around Alex. We'll get you out soon. I promise.
That was fun. Anyway, yeah. We'll see.
We will.
Head back.
So, you guys begin to congregate. Everybody except Sal.
Sal brought his own car though, so it's fine.
Sal's congregating with others.
Sal's congregating elsewhere. And
I smell like death.
yes, Aiden does smell a bit of death.
Cock my head.
What happened?
There's definitely you can smell gunpowder residue and blood.
Who'd you
Given
kill?
my flaws and lack of primal urge dots, do I notice this?
Also, is anyone like
you might
"Where's
not.
Sal? Why do you smell like gunpowder?
Is there a roll that
Yeah.
I should make for that? Is it like perception and primal urge or something?
You can make a perception alertness if
I
you're
do-
picking that up.
Look,
Sal was with you.
What's the difficulty on smelling blood?
Difficulty 6, Anya.
Suddenly Dakota's like on top of him. Where's
Now,
Sal?
at that point in the conversation, Anya's head tilts like pieces have actually finally just clicked.
Uh-huh.
Noticing this over the mental link, I just call Sal. Are you joining us?
Still muted.
I'm in the process of trying to unmute. Sal says, again over the mental link, I'll be back a little later. And then there's a pause, and then grudgingly, y'all good on rides?
Fuck off.
We're fine. What
Why do you
happened?
say that? And then he stops.
Funny you say
And I think
that.
it... GM,
Yes.
look, you two put me in this position.
Yes,
Can I
we
make an
did.
intelligence empathy roll to differentiate I am injured and the pack leader is mad at me from the pack leader is mad at me and I am currently
And
engaged.
I'm getting off.
Is that an empathy?
So you're
Is that
basically
something I can determine? Because otherwise it sounds like Sal has been kind of left for dead.
You don't know
I'm
what spells
sorry.
do.
That's legitimately the more guru.
Go ahead
thing.
and give me a wits and empathy
No.
difficulty 6.
Roll kink shame.
That's
Roll king shame.
Hey, I'm a silver fang. Get it on with people. That's your job. Make more servants.
Kink
the
shaming is
question
fine.
right now we're all trying to figure out is why does Aiden smell like gunpowder and blood? And where is Sal?
That was a botch. So Anya
Oh
will.
my god!
Anya will not.
Like an actual botch, or
Yeah,
like
it's an actual botch.
Yeah, I
Actual
think
botch.
so. Anya will try and take Aiden aside.
No, what?
pry me off of pry the Gale, the lupus and the menace off of me.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Back off.
Anya's just looking has a very complicated look.
Back off.
Yeah.
What happened?
I would rather not talk about the things where there might be police around. So,
Great. Car.
sure.
I will.
I hope I'm not
say this.
interrupting anything.
Said the police.
Who's that?
Who said I hope I'm not interrupting anything?
You turn and Walter Hempstead is standing there.
Fucking of course.
You are- as a matter of fact, you are interrupting things.
That's nice.
What's up?
Aiden, a word.
Sure. If my pack mates will let me go. Thank you. So
He straightens his necktie and sort of leads you down a little ways. Obviously, the situations this evening have thrown matters into a slightly different light.
you don't say.
You are not being demoted, more reassigned.
Really? Okay.
Obviously, Irving's pronouncement was specifically reflective of your pack. And he kind of glances off to the side. It's weird seeing a crow out after dark. As Dustbringer sort of flies over and perches on the top of the car. So, we're going to be appointing new guardians as this. Apparently, your pack has been selected for an Ashling.
What do I roll for that?
Intelligence and occult.
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
Because that's a term I legitimately don't know. Intelligence, occult, difficulty 6. The term I don't know. Because
Spirit
fuck
quest.
dice.
Mr. Taylor.
Okay.
I took some time to speak with Steel Trap and a few of the other theurges regarding slightly enigmatic nature. Irving, as you may anticipate, more or less told me to call them in the morning.
Right. It may be worth mentioning that like how you may already be aware of this, but more information can't be bad. Said that he saw Essentially, the cairn looked like it ate him spiritually. So that's something you might want to look into.
Naturally. Thank you.
Yep. So where exactly are we going in the Umbra and when?
It's going to take a bit of time to determine, but it seems that spirits in the know have signaled, and spirits that we are allied with, this isn't coming from an unverifiable source, although that little bit that you told me regarding Irving's interaction with the cairn honestly lends a little more credence to it than otherwise, I would say. But we're apparently going to have to find you a way into the battlefield.
Fucking great.
So you
Rhea.
are having a logical response. Excellent.
I mean, fuck me. Okay. Well,
do your best, of course, to see if you can tease out any further significance to the lines that were spoken. And he hands you just a folded piece of paper.
I'll
Which,
get my best.
if you open it up, just
Yeah.
has the full thing that Irving said on it.
I
Being
will
the subjects, you probably have a little bit more personal insight.
We'll see what we can do. I will get my best Sudoku player on it.
Excellent. As far as other matters go, this is still obviously your pack, so
Damn right.
keep an eye on her, but you may consider Miss Core's grounding lifted forthwith.
Okay. Thank you.
We would appreciate reports on occasion. If there's anything you need, anything that you require, don't consider yourself isolated in this matter.
Just smile, of course not.
Well,
anything else?
Thank you for attending. You've been extremely helpful.
Been fun. We should do this.
No, it
more
hasn't,
often.
but yes, we should.
All right. See ya.
Good evening.
Walk back to the group. Can we get in the car? Now.
Yes, there is definitely a car here.
I'll offer.
Yes, you too, if you want.
I'll offer my arm to Dustbringer. Much like how my character portrait looks, with the crow landing on his arm. Ain't that prescient?
Yep.
I'm getting in the car.
Okay, so I assume everybody but Sal gets in the car.
Yep.
And the car drives because Anya has drivers.
Yep.
Ooh.
Well, I've got good news.
Is it about the smell of death?
I've got two pieces.
Funny you should say that. Yes and no, but that's not the good news. No, the good news. I've got a few pieces of good news. Good news number one, I'm a little bit too on edge at the moment to remember who had guard shift tomorrow. But guess what? You're off.
Anya will accurately recite the guard shifts for the next 24 hours.
What does that mean?
We're all off.
Mm,
We're being replaced as guardians because we're going on a spirit quest to the fucking battleground.
what?
Do I know what that is?
Anybody who wants to know Battleground can give me an intelligence and occult difficulty 8.
And he'll just start saying,
Dots in a cult.
If you don't have dots in occult, then you can't make the roll.
like unbidden, unasked, it's the umbral realm of permanent murder.
Do I need to make a roll check?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Intelligence, occult, what difficulty?
8.
Just because you're good at something doesn't mean you don't
What?
have to roll.
Well, no, but like the particular different dimensions of the
Yeah.
Umbra are something that Theurges are taught in their training, and particularly Silent Striders, because we have a specific connection to the sub-realms of the Umbra, particularly the realm of death, or
Yeah.
the underworld. Like, there are lots of reasons why a Silent Strider Theurge might not have to make that roll, which is why I asked.
Hey, I'm a glasswalker who didn't know what a land party was. So.
That's fair. But that's why I asked rather than assuming. 3 successes. 4 if my analytical intelligence special.
Not in this case. Let's see. Who else? Anybody else get successes on these?
Yep.
2.
I
1.
1.
All right. Those of you that got 1 success, you know that there is apparently a part of the Umbra where it is just war, war, war all the time.
What is it good for?
A lot of things, actually.
Bad.
Ingvar,
Thank you.
you're familiar with a little bit of the fact that it's not just an all-out war, but it's individual battles being replayed and replayed and replayed. Hekau, you're familiar with all of the above, plus the fact that the battle that are replayed will sometimes vary and change, where you'll have, for instance, a historic battle, but the troops on either side are altered. You know, it would be San Juan Hill, but it's the Viet Cong versus Hannibal. Or sometimes it's a 2-sided battle where a third force is introduced, and it's basically an infinitely varied state of
It's
military conflict.
it's an eternal battle simulator.
Basically,
I was gonna say it's totally accurate Battle Simulator, which is a game
Yeah.
that you should look up. It's hilarious.
That is a fun game and it is hilarious.
So a quick trip into Valhalla then.
actually, Ingvar, you would have been in the time that you've heard of this, you would be very strictly taught that it is nothing like
The idea of Valhalla,
It is
yeah.
nothing even remotely close to the Norse.
That was,
concept of
yeah,
Valhalla.
it's a joke, but yeah.
Right, yeah.
The not being one to identify jokes, Hekau just goes, actually, it's more of a eternal battle simulator.
Oh my
replaying
God.
historical
Well,
battles
actually,
with other
great.
things.
One of these days, I need to get you a book called Jokes for Dummies.
Why would I need that book?
And if you are willing to, the blood.
Oh, yeah. Well, before we get to that, other piece of good news besides the fact that we can all sleep in tomorrow. Alex, your grounding's lifted. See, I told you I'd figure out how to make it happen.
You didn't.
No,
do
I had
anything.
nothing to
Anya
do
will
with it.
lean over to Dakota.
I wish I did. And the intent and the statement, it was still absolutely true. But no, I had nothing to do with this.
Anya will lean over to Dakota. Good job.
On what?
You who represented us well at a move.
Oh, thank you. Okay, sorry. I thought you were
and
talking
we
about
got
her.
let Alex out because they see us as a pack now.
Oh no, that almost. Oh, know
You
if that
did
was
not
right.
hear that,
Sorry.
okay? Let
Sorry,
the galliards galliard.
we are in a small vehicle. I don't know how much whispering can
Yeah.
be, but fair.
Small.
I did not hear
No,
that.
it's like almost a limo. It's more SUV, but like
It's a
It's a stretch explorer.
it's a
this
stretch
is
Hummer.
a tinted windows. People
For the ability
Conveyor.
of Anya to get into it with horns included, it had to be like a stretch Hummer. Like
I
just
mean,
Yeah,
massive.
that's
fair.
true. I'm really tall and have horns.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's very hard to whisper to someone in a car. Anyways,
But anyway.
but that is valid.
Alex
point.
is up in your face,
Assumed.
so maybe.
I assumed.
Dakota will ask Aiden, when are we leaving and for how long?
I don't know. They're figuring that out.
Okay.
We will find out.
And
Yeah. The smell of inside people.
I gather
Long story short, we went to go have a drink. Sal opened his mouth, so of course I got angry because Sal's a fucking idiot. And I decided to go on a walk. So I go outside.
Okay, that isn't where I
my
thought it was.
head and found somebody about to shoot someone, killed them, and then walked away.
Where's Sal? Do you have any idea?
Away from me, which is best at this particular moment.
So you didn't shoot Sal.
I
just want to clarify that because
I
you
did
didn't
not-
explicitly state it.
I did not shoot Sal.
Can you stop the car?
Aiden?
Are you going to go running somewhere?
I'm gonna get out of the car.
Because
And start
we
walking.
just got you ungrounded.
I know.
I'll go with her. It's
Okay.
fine.
You're
Fine.
concerned
Oh.
about Sal. Phones, telepathy. Before
I'm not gonna go running after Sal.
Go.
I want to walk in this stupid fucking city for the very first time.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
if you get
Go.
arrested, please let me know. I have dealt with guru arrests before.
Go. Do you? Yeah.
I have so many questions. All right. We should do.
Yeah,
Wait.
I will instruct the driver, which requires taking down the screen because
You want to do a pack
areas.
walk?
Hey, Aiden.
Yeah.
I have a request.
Uh-huh.
We need to talk as a pack because I don't know who the fuck any of you are. Or like what you're doing here or anything. And we're about to go apparently on an Umbra walk into an internal battlefield. I opened the door and I just feel like
You're still
maybe
going
we should
about
have-
30 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, I have instructed them to pull over when
Okay.
possible. Like I said, I'll,
Right, yep.
I'll do that. I assume people will not be talking about veil breaching stuff for the length of time it takes Anya to be like, pull over when possible.
Yeah.
Tuck and roll. Tuck and roll.
Maybe we should, get to know each other before, because I've been stuck in this small box and I still don't know who any of you are because lots of you leave all the time and then just come back and say nothing. Anyway, that was me venting. Bye. Slam the door.
Dakota's going with her, by the way.
Yeah, I slammed the door in your face. Sorry.
She will open it and get out.
Thanks.
Wave goodbye.
Wait till the door is shut. Definitely my favorite. I'm just gonna say it.
That is reasonable.
I know you're not supposed to have favorites when you're my fucking favorite. Right there.
Now that she is ungrounded and we're not on permanent guard duty, we do need to, A, what she said is correct. B, that firing range visit that we talked about at one point needs to happen.
Yeah. Have conversations. it's almost like I've been trying to have a conversation with her forever, and then she just doesn't want to. But you're right. We do need to have that.
We have a
He's tried so
training
many
scheduled
times.
for this time. Given we do not have guard duty, we can assume that the people who are on guard duty are free. And I could recommend rescheduling such a time for her group building activities. Is that the correct?
Trust building
Kind of
exercises.
eludes me at times.
Trust falls. Yes, no, you're correct.
I-
Team building.
You just
Team
want to
Team
drop
building.
Sal.
It sounded less like trust falls and trust throws and trust stabs, and more like communicating our feelings and history. I may be misinterpreting. Alex speaks very quickly.
You're Anya. You realize that I'm the child of Guy in this pack, and I think that was too touchy-feely sounding. But
I did not say it's a good idea. I
Someone-
said what Alex meant.
no, you're right. You are correct. There needs to be. I don't know why her not being grounded was the was the requirement that needed to happen. But yes, the thing that I've been hoping that we would do for the last however long this has been should definitely happen.
Can someone explain to me what a trust stab is?
It is
when
when
you-
we
I
are
will show
fighting
you when
and
I'll show you
Well,
when Sal
do
comes
not,
back.
because it's not. I was trying to extend phrase.
Yes.
Trust stab is when we are sparring and there is stabbing involved. But
Oh,
we do
okay.
not do that because the person who uses dagger has very, very dangerous dagger.
I mean,
Only
as
if I
long
want
as
it
you
to
can
be.
as long as you're not in your breed form, why the fuck not?
Because
You're
it
gonna
hurts.
I have
Yeah,
several
you're right.
reasons.
Pain is a wonderful teacher. That's what I was told by the person who taught me to fight.
Okay. Yes. That doesn't mean you should just stab your friends.
No, of
Person-
course
At-
not.
Has the person
Not at random.
has the person that taught you to fight ever been intimately familiar with the spirit of pain? Because they're not actually all that good at teaching things.
I would assume that she was.
Cow is saying
Oh.
is about experience through injury and recovery and doing better next time. Is not about spirits of pain and how they educate.
A cow just smiles.
Oh, he does have jokes.
Yes, I know, and I fall for them because it is funnier that way.
Anyway,
Alex.
Yes, I howl. I need to. It's. I need to make noise.
I really like
Very
the idea
loudly.
that we're just turning around the corner of the block in the car, like it's just accelerating, and we hear like a full wolf howl, and I'm just like,
She's
Give
had a day.
Give me a charisma and expression, difficulty 6.
Awesome. I'm good at these. I'm gonna spend a willpower on this. Why?
Okay.
Why not? 4 successes.
All right. In that case, give me a charisma and intimidation with 3 extra dice.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
As all the
I
humans
moved
around
away
you
from the
just go,
table.
fuck!
Difficulty 6 on that as well.
Intimidation difficulty 6.
3 extra dice.
3 extra dice. How do I do
The mod.
query? Oh no, that's not it.
There's a dice
oh,
mod category
got it.
next to
I
the
see
difficulty.
it. 3 extra. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay. No. Yes. 3 successes.
There is a howl that rings through and echoes down the various streets, carries for a good quarter mile in every direction at least. Right about now, it's almost 11 p.m. Children scattered throughout the various neighborhoods under the moon that has risen start out of bed, some of them bursting into tears. Something primal, something predatory has wriggled its fingers down their spine and grabbed them by the scruff of the psyche. There is dead silence, with the exception of a little bit of traffic distant.
God, that felt good. I turn and look at Dakota.
How you doing?
Good. That I needed to do that.
So I know everything is like really stressful right now, but you're free.
I am.
Those in the car can make a perception primal urge difficulty 7.
Sure, why not?
There has been a good bit of talk, fairly intense dialogue in a confined location.
Perception primal.
Yeah,
Perception
no. I
primal
mean, I
urge.
didn't even have the dot in that, but
Difficulty 7.
I know it says.
Aiden,
but
you
I
hear
rolled
it.
Perception.
I have a success.
Oh, 2
Yep,
successes.
Ingvar, Hakao, you guys hear it.
Let's keep walking.
Not even worrying about that at the moment.
I mean, were I in her position, I would need to howl too.
Do you want to go to the halfway house or you want to go somewhere else?
No, I don't. I want to just walk.
Okay.
Were you in her position, I assume you would be smart enough to cross the gauntlet.
She just scared some civilians. I don't think it's that much of a problem right now.
Give me an intelligence and primal urge, Ingvar, difficulty 6.
Sure. Intelligence primal urge. A success.
Even as it comes out of your mouth, you know that is more than just startling some humans. There's a supernatural spiritual resonance underlying that even the most mundane and humdrum of humans knows that there are things in the dark with claws that have hunted since the beginning of time. They don't recognize it. They don't assent to that in a conscious matter, but the impergium is built into the DNA of humanity still.
Yeah. It's a little deeper than frightening, but I don't think anyone will be able to actually link that to breaching the veil.
Hopefully we'll be lucky that way. If not, I mean, nothing else has turned out that way, but this might be different. Either way, I'm not fucking touching that with a 10-foot pole right now.
I would be more concerned with those for whom the veil is not an issue being attracted to the sound, rather than it affecting those who are on the other side of it.
But I'm saying
for the second time tonight, it seems like Anya takes a lot longer to put together the werewolf pieces.
what I'm saying is this is hardly the first time that an overstressed guru has had to howl their frustration.
Certainly.
Yes, and we can only get lucky about that so many times until fuck.
I will.
I'm gonna look at Grow. I can't. Dust. Blah.
Dustbringer.
Dustbringer.
Mm-hmm.
You'll keep an eye on him.
I'll roll down the window.
I will.
Thank you. The last thing we need is for the spirals that I am sure are somewhere in this city to have heard that and say, hey, that sounds like somebody who might be alone.
So outside, Alex is like, we should get moving. That was loud. Big things are going to hear that.
and in the car to Ingvar, when we have our sit down and talk, I will tell you a story about what happens when one howls too freely.
Howling too freely is one thing. A howl to express pent-up frustration from years of confinement is something else.
Meanwhile,
afraid
Alex
there's
and Dakota.
something
Oh, so go ahead, Aaron.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
You guys the pair of you begin to walk.
Yep. Alex walks in silence for a while unless Dakota initiates anything, but
Dakota's letting Alex do
Okay.
her for a minute.
cool. Sweet. And I am, because she has probably studied maps, but she's not real familiar with being outside of the city. She is trying to get back to the halfway house. She's not just wandering aimlessly, but a roundabout way, because she knows she made noise and predators will hear that. So she's not going to lead them back to the cairn or anything. But
Okay.
if we get to someplace that's a little bit quieter.
So right about now, you guys are kind of in the Mayfair Francisco Park district, which puts
Okay.
you a couple miles away from the halfway house.
Okay, we're taking the roundabout way, the scenic route home.
Okay.
I don't want to get back anytime soon.
We'll say you're going down St. Louis up Eastern and working your way back from there.
Sure. Thanks.
For what?
For sticking here.
Oh, no problem.
It's nice. That doesn't usually happen.
No problem. I like to stick with you. You're one of my favorites.
Oh.
Like, I love everybody, but I have favorites.
I don't know what to say to that. No, it's been a while. So you know what this means, right? They taught you that when you had your
What is she referring to when she says this?
She's gesturing at her face, her features. She knows she looks different.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know.
That usually causes other things. And it's been a long time. So was it a year ago? Yeah, a year ago, a little over a year ago. Someone offered to help get me out for a party. And I took him up on it. And then shit happened. I had my chain. What was your chain? Your first change like? Do you remember it?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
What was it like?
I was hunting with my pack.
Mm-hmm.
And it was different. They all kind of abandoned me when it happened.
Sorry.
I mean, it was probably terrifying.
Do you miss them?
I mean, sometimes.
Sorry.
But I feel like I'm someone different now.
Is that better or?
I think it's better.
Okay. Yeah. I don't remember a whole lot of mine. We had been drinking, so there were a lot of lights. It was a lot. I was a little bit worried about the casino, to be honest, that it would I would do the same thing.
Mhm.
But that was fine this time. And I ran off into the desert.
So
And
were you like not allowed out before your change?
no, it's a city. I was
Yeah.
in Krynos all the time. It would have been terrible. They told us all the time that was the worst thing we could possibly do. So no. So I ran off into the desert, and a pack found me of Black Furies. Have you met any of them before? I think, right? Did someone tell me that? Yeah. She was, or no, I figured that out. Galewind, the back at the.
Hey, Jack, has Dakota come across any Black Furies before?
Not that you know of.
Okay. I don't think I have.
Okay, well, me.
Oh, yeah.
For
You.
one thing, yeah. Besides, yeah, I get what you mean.
I mean beyond. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it was nice. They taught me a lot of stuff about survive. Well, for one thing, how to survive out in the desert for a little bit, which is hopefully going to be useful in an endless battlefield. Who knows? Anyway,
I'm not looking forward to that.
You're what?
Not looking forward to that.
I don't think we were supposed to. I think if we are looking forward to an endless battlefield, then we have lost sight of what we are fighting for. Or at least that's what I think.
Yeah.
And so I spent like a year out there. It was nice. And then it was a lot of work too. I stuffed my head full of rituals and things. And then I was supposed to do my rite of passage. It's like the ceremony thing. So stepped sideways by myself into the Umbra. There were those electricity things. I thought I was going in the right direction, but when I came out again, I was back here, and then the Glasswalkers came and found me again. And it was just so... He was there, and he was taking notes or whatever.
Who?
Like nothing. Seth. He was the guy who snuck me out. So he wasn't in trouble at all, apparently, and I was. And then it turns out that, okay, I'm skipping ahead now. Then it turns out that's not like at all what that I was supposed to get. It was planned to get grounded.
What? Why?
Yeah. Because of there were like omens or whatever at my birth that are apparently terrible presages of terrible things or something. I don't know. It's like the moon went red.
It's not your fault, though.
No,
Didn't have anything to do with that.
no, but it's still like a thing that's
Who planned the you getting grounded?
I don't know for sure. Aiden got a couple of names of people who were like maybe involved, but I don't know if that means they planned it or tried to lessen things, or I don't really know. I was hoping to get answers, but maybe we'll have time before.
Meanwhile, back in the car.
Yep.
Is there anything anybody here needs to say or get done before you all get back to the halfway house?
Yes. Directly in response to what was the conversation that was being had. Trust me, Ingvar. It's bad. I'm just gonna say he's looks a little bit on edge at the moment. That's how you lose pack members.
Besides,
She's going to be fine.
I pull out my phone and I text Sal. We're off guard duty. And then the relevant information that Sal needs to know from the conversations that we've had, including
hopefully none of the secret stuff.
no, none of the secret stuff. Just the we're off guard duty. We're off guard duty. Explain more when we see you. Have to have a family meeting. Also, Aiden wants to practice trust stabbing with you? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yes.
When two werewolves love each other very much.
I was gonna say, when you eventually get a response back, it consists chiefly of good thing I had a little practice on that last night.
Oh,
That response probably doesn't come until well past getting back to the halfway house.
Craig, I think you're getting your calendar a little mixed up. The Call of Cthulhu game is on Mondays, not Tuesday nights.
This is Wednesday, Jack.
Apparently, this is what makes the aspect of role playing games that makes me super uncomfortable. And yet I'm playing, apparently, super horny characters.
We apologize.
Look, Jack hasn't. Look, I'm not running any games anymore, and these characters always showed up in my game.
It's true.
So they have to go somewhere.
Also, my
Yes, they
games.
No, those were NPCs, Jan. That's different.
I recall several people going to those NPCs, though.
Anyway.
Um,
So at some point, Sal gets that text.
Anya is just staring out the window in the vague direction. I don't understand any of this.
what's not to understand?
I don't understand the running. I don't understand what you heard. respect that it is your authority, but I don't quite understand the blood. None of it.
This has nothing to do. The blood gesturing towards the general spray of crimson over his clothing. This has nothing to do with pack leading or anything. This has to do with I saw somebody who was about to victimize someone, and I made sure that didn't happen. The rest of it, I'll ask each individual question. I'll answer what I can.
You all keep saying that she was trapped. She was confined. She was not allowed to go anywhere.
Yeah. That's...
I understand that there may have been declarations. That's not a word that's going to come out in a Russian accent.
I mean, fair.
But I do not understand raging against where you cannot go because you will breach the veil. It seems I am more restricted than her, even with no direct commands against my name. I do not understand the need to howl and run.
I mean, I'm not going to speak for Alex on this specifically toward her reasons or anything. There's a conversation to be had about the entire situation that Alex wants to have that I won't have until she's here to be part of it. But what I will say is that if I were in the same situation, the restriction would be part of it. Not being able to do anything would be not being able to go places would be part of it, but also the idea that that's a constant reminder that you, in Alex's mind, she was led to believe she did something wrong that caused it. And so being able to go somewhere wasn't just about being able to leave the halfway house, but it was about the idea of there's a measure of redemption there. If that was me, I'm not saying that's how Alex feels, it could be. So it's not freedom as in, hey, I get to go to the bar down the street. It's freedom as in, hey, I'm no longer, people are no longer looking at me as untrustworthy, unable to be trusted to go anywhere. And so maybe I can trust myself to go places.
And you pull up in park.
Aiden has empathy.
Nods.
Again, that's my best guess if it were me.
A cow gets out of the car.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously we're getting out of the car. Thanks.
All right, I need to go take a shower because I have dead person on me.
You go do that.
And he goes to do exactly that.
Okay.
Anya's gonna
Brings
lock
his-
herself in a soundproofed room for a bit.
Okay.
He does stop by his room and picks up a bottle to take into the shower with him, though.
Well, yeah, you're not completely uncivilized.
No.
Ingvar makes her way to one of the training dummies that he's probably set up at some point.
I go sit down in front of the Cairnheart.
And proceeds to thrash it.
Okay.
And
Cal?
I'm just sitting in front of the Cairnheart and in spirit speech out loud, just because. What happens? Cairnheart speaks to like that. Just musing, like he's still thinking. He's still thinking about the entire incident with Silverstein.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna reach out and put my hand on the statue, like Silverstein grabbed, because he like grabbed the massive cables.
Oh yeah, no, he grabbed that thing.
I'm gonna put my hand on the statue.
John, roll a new character.
and out loud, Menegwo, why are you being hunted?
Give me a charisma and expression, difficulty 7.
Charisma, expression. I'm not expecting anything to happen, so I'm not spending a willpower.
Yep.
7. One success.
The last time you remember touching this to any level of significance, you were waking up. It was cold. There were people around you that you didn't really know that well, and that was the inciting incident to this entire cavalcade of crazy that's landed on you. This time it starts that way, and then you feel it rapidly grow warm. Not hot, not painful or worrisome, just warm under your outstretched hand. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you hear unity. And then it goes cold again. As for our 2 other wandering souls this evening, you've still got a little ways to walk. Go ahead and give me perception and alertness. Difficulty 7.
Okay. 3 successes. I'm on edge.
3 successes.
Both of you, about 20 minutes ago, saw Dustbringer start circling. He's just there.
Hello, I will say, and then I will say hello in spirit speech.
You hear a single.
It's good. We should head back. It's getting late.
Okay. Are you doing better?
Yes. Thanks for listening.
Always. You are right. We should probably all sit down and talk about everything.
Yep. I think so. It'll be good, hopefully. As long as no one walks out of it.
Yeah. If we have to, we'll tie Aiden down.
That sounds like a plan. I approve of this. Do you have rope?
No, but
I
I can get
think-
it pretty easily.
Really hard to tie. It's really hard to tie somebody down who can cross the gauntlet.
I'm
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So we dedicate the rope.
Yep.
God damn it!
We've got a theurge. Hang on a sec.
You have
You
to
already have
knock the
rope.
person unconscious, dedicate the rope to them, so they don't cross while you're trying to do the rite of dedication.
Exactly.
It'll be complicated, but I think it could work.
You start turning your feet homeward.
Yep.
You're still probably about a mile or so away.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up the intersection of Eastern and Charleston.
Sorry.
And you hear another howl. Rises in
away?
crescendo. Loud, predatory, eerie, with a lilt to it that sends shivers even down your spine.
Can we tell how far away it is?
Give me an intelligence and survival. Or actually, perception and survival in this case.
Okay.
And
Difficulty 7.
not to cut away, but just out of curiosity, those of us that are outside still at the halfway.
Too far
house.
away.
Too far away? Okay, good.
One success.
One success.
2 successes.
Probably a couple hundred meters.
That's close. Is it what kind
And then
of
a second one.
Ooh.
Oh, crap.
Little further away. More to the north. The other one was a bit east.
Can we tell what kind of howls these are? Is this intended to be anything in particular?
Give me an intelligence and primal urge, difficulty 7.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like a whippoorwill, so you're good.
2 successes.
I mean, it might.
0.
Dakota, you're just kind of taken aback. This knocks you metaphorically back on your heels a little bit. It's almost a little too close to home for you to even start to get your brain into gear to kind of parse and figure out what's going on here. Alex, there's something tracking, hunting.
We should hurry up.
And then a third.
Oh, crap.
This
where?
one this one southwest.
Okay.
Maybe 100 yards away. And that's where we're going to end for the evening.
Cool.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye.